two teams yesterday just going toe-to-toe in the center of the ring. I mean, it was just I think it was an epic volleyball match, and ones where we got out to good leads in quite a few sets, and Minnesota coming storming back, and then the exact opposite thing happened in the fourth set where we fought off 3 match points to get it to a fifth. And I just thought the stars came out. I mean, it was a lot of big time play by a lot of big time players on both sides of the net. It was a team effort on our side. There was no doubt about it. They on their side, Samity just had a match for the ages. I thought she was very, very special last night, and then they really tried to get the balls to their left sides very, very fast. They picked up the tempo on the sets to the left pin, and that was giving us some troubles. But we kind of hang in there, and different players were coming up big in different moments. And here we are. We've got an opportunity in front of us to win a Big Ten championship and on our home floor. And we've got 2 matches this weekend. The first one, obviously, against a team that we're tied, and it should be something else. And so we're excited about it. We know the Badger fans are going to be I'm sure they're as fired up about it as what we are. And so I'm sure the field house will be as loud as it's ever been this Friday. And we're going to need that. We're going to need it out of them. It's going to need to be a team effort.
Question from Dennis.
What would 3 straight Big Ten titles mean for you in this program?
That's probably a better question later. I mean, we're trying to win a match, but it's winning a match is hard enough to do in this league. Winning a conference championship is it is a huge accomplishment in this league. It's huge, and I don't know how many teams that you've got in the top 20 in the country, but it's 6. All right, well, seven. All right, I didn't see that thumb there. So 7 of the top 20 teams in the country are in this conference. You've got to show up every single night, and you've got to be resilient, and we're trying to get one for this group, and here's what I know. I think we're playing some pretty good volleyball right now, but when I look across the league, I'm seeing a lot of other teams that are getting better as well. And that's what's making it kind of fun.
What Dana's getting ready to play her final match at the Fieldhouse. Can you put into words what she's meant to this program?
She's just. It's a lot of seniors that have maxed out their careers. They've maxed out their potential, and that's what you're wanting. You want them to have a great experience. You want them to still enjoy and have a passion for the sport. You want them to continue to get better. I think all of the seniors are playing. Their senior year has been their best year. Dana has just put together. One of the all-time great careers in college volleyball. It's to think that she will be done when be a 5-time first-team All-American. That's that'll probably be something that won't ever be broken. Probably won't be allowed to be broken. So She's had a special career, and she had a great match last night for us.
And then just a question about Nebraska. You played them earlier in the year, obviously. Is there anything you can take from that match, or are you like, this is going to, you can't really take too much from it?
It's 2 teams that know each other really well, right? It's a lot of their players have been around. for a lot of years. Very experienced lineup from a lot of their players, and a couple newer players. Same with us. You got experience on both sides of the net. Teams that really value first contact. That their backcourt is really good. They put a lot of pressure. Service, Stiveron's slide is just it's tough to do anything with. Very explosive on the left pin. The M2 and the right side are very explosive. There's just firepower coming from every which way. I mean, he swept them, but anybody who was watching that match, I mean, that could, every single set could have gone either way, right? It was that close, and we've had the battles with them. It's just they've been really, really fun battles, and we've been on the winning side a few times, and recently, and we've been on the other side of it quite a bit. But the thing is that at the end of every match, you just feel like, man, this was. I mean, it's usually high quality, and it's a fight. It's a battle. So we got to get rested up. I mean, this weekend took a lot out of us, and but it's what do we take from it? I think it'll be two teams that'll be chomping at the bit and be ready and excited for the opportunity in front of them.
Kelly, maybe not good for your heart, but is it good to maybe have your team go through something like that where it was kind of, they had to be resilient and win a 5-set thriller heading into the postseason?
I think a lot of confidence can come from that. Certainly, I mean, it's we've been in 3 fifth sets, and the first one we took it on the chin, and at Maryland, and then our second one we were able to beat Penn State in 5 at home, and then to go on the road and to be down 3 match points at Minnesota. That place was loud last night. I mean, place was packed, and the energy in the building was incredible. I mean, it was awesome. And to have your back that far against the wall, and to stay together and trust yourself, trust your teammates, and all you can do is, there's in our sport, there's no 3-point play or whatever. I mean, it's 1 point at a time, and you're trying to stretch good volleyball on top of good volleyball, and to give yourself a chance. And I thought we did that. And, there's a mental toughness and that goes along with that, but also just focus and execution. And at the end of the day, when you're able to do that, then yeah, there's it's earned confidence, right? I mean, you want, as an athlete and as a team, you want to see growth as you're going through a season, and when you're seeing that growth, it's just an incredible feeling. What those guys had to be feeling afterwards, man, I wish I would have ever felt like that as an athlete. I mean, it's just, to be on that kind of stage and to battle and to fight, it's just, man, it's what being in the arena, right? It's what college athletics is about.
At Media Day, the girls talked about winning championships. That's why they're here. Yeah. Obviously, you mentioned that, they have a shot at winning 3 straight, but how do you not put so much pressure or build up onto Friday's match? Or is that just what we do?
We'll find out. I just that would be out of character for our group to be so tight. That's just not how they go about it. We talked about confidence earlier, and that's earned. And when you put the work in, and you're mentally thinking about it, quite a bit, then when that moment gets here, there's a calmness, there's a peace. I think there's an enjoyment, and then you're in attack mode, and I think the pressure that people feel in those moments is when it's like, whoa, I wasn't prepared for this. But they are prepared for this. The Big Ten every week prepares you for this. The work that they do, when they come in early mornings and get some extra work in, or during the off season when they're coming in here every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day to get some extra reps. That you're building yourself up to where those moments are too big. It doesn't guarantee success, but the moment won't be too big. I can't imagine for anybody on either side, because they'll both be pretty well prepared.
Kelly, you've had 2 transcendent players in Lauren and Dana. How are they different? How are they alike? And what kind of impact have they had on your program that is still part of it today? It's been planted and it's growing today.
Yeah, I'll put Sydney Hilly in that as well. I mean, it's we've been really fortunate with players that feel like this is a good fit for them, and this school, and in the program, and that they're really people of high character, and they're people that want to be coached and want to be a part of the things that are bigger than themselves. None of those kids that were just mentioned are prima donnas by any means. I mean, they're good kids that work hard, and they're going to try to do their best every single time. But it's a you've got to have talent to give yourself a chance, and then character gives you the opportunity to get over the hump, and to win the big stuff. But those guys they're talents, and they're talent with character, and it's been a fun ride with those guys. But we're not ready to end, and we've got senior night this weekend, and we know that's not going to be the last home match either. So I doubt if there'll be a whole lot of tears. It's just, all right, let's go and let's do what we do in front of this great crowd. Everybody got kind of that bonus year to come back, and you're certainly blessed about that, I think.
You have 499 career wins. I'm sure, knowing you, it means more for your team to be successful on Friday night, but what would kind of cap your career, winning a Big Ten championship and getting your 500 career win on Friday?
I'll put probably absolutely no thought at all into 500 wins. But we'll celebrate that one win like crazy, and that's what we're trying to. We're not trying to get to that number. We're trying to get to 1 right now on Friday, and I mean it's a this team's been through a lot. This team has been through a lot. All these teams have been through a lot, right? And but this team has, because I see it every day, and to be in this position to possibly go and grab one, and to stay together and keep trying to stay healthy and keep showing up with enthusiasm and passion. They inspire me, and hopefully they're inspiring our Badger fans, and again, making we fill this place almost every night, but making a play here that this thing is as loud as it's ever been this weekend, and because it's gonna need to be all hands on deck.